what's up? We are back for the challenge episode 4. This was a great episode. It was a great episode for Jasmine. Jasmine was the star of the episode, and I got a lot of thoughts in regards to her and Cara Maria's interactions. But before we do that, please thumbs up the video. Please drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you are new here. If you are new, subscribe. Thank y'all for dropping in the comments. Thank y'all for liking the videos. Y'all are pushing the videos out. The views are starting to creep up. Let's keep that going. But enough of that. Let's go. All right, so we get back to the house. They playing Who's That Girl by Eve. Love it. As always, I love the soundtrack for All Stars. Kefla is feeling good. He knows that he's earned his star, and he's ready to protect that star. He knows if anybody tries to come for him, he kind of set the precedence, like, you're going to have to fight for it because I'm going to get in there and fight. So Kefla, and I think now saying his name, I don't even think we really saw him that much the rest of the episode, but we'll get to it. But Rachel's talking to Ryan and Veronica, stating that she loves Tina, but she didn't have to compete for a star and has been in the bottom three times in a row, and they're laughing about it. So essentially that's why she claims she picked the star from Tina, because Tina essentially didn't earn it. But my thought process behind it was, like, y'all supposed to be best friends. Y'all are supposed to be the three that are trying to get each other to the end. So regardless if she earned it or not, if you had the opportunity to give it to her, why would you not give it to her and let her keep it and then go grab the other star and get it to Veronica? But Rachel and Veronica, they say very slick stuff about Tina. I don't know if y'all caught it, but this whole episode, they say little slick stuff about her, which is weird to me, but we'll get to what happens later on. But Veronica's just happy to get her star, obviously, because she ain't done nothing to get it. But Tina is saying that it's okay, and she's okay with giving the star to Veronica because it comes with the target. So everybody's going to be coming for that star anyway. So I see where she's coming from, but Tina don't know how to play the game politically. But Cam, I don't know why this thing be auto-correcting it to Sam, but Cam and Nicole, they're talking, and Nicole is saying that she talked to Cara, and she said that she thought that Cam would have her back, or would have had her back in the situation. And Cam is dumbfounded. She's like, how is Cara to feel that I wouldn't have her back? Cam knows that she's not in on that deal with Cara Maria and Rachel, aka to protect their stars. So now she's more fuel to win the daily mission. And with that, we go ahead and get into the daily mission. And TJ lets him know that the challenge is called Unbraided and Reloaded. It's kind of a nod to Inferno 2. They kind of showed the flashback to when it was initially done. So they're playing in 4 teams of 5. They're going to be 2 stacked semi-trucks. And each is going to be connected to one rope that is tangled, and there's a maze. And the goal is to unbraid themselves and finish the maze as fast as possible. The fastest team wins. The second place team is the middle group, and then the bottom is the rest. And the second place team is the only team to vote for who's going to be in the elimination. So the red team and the orange team are up first. The red team got Brandon, Jasmine, Tina, Averey, and Jay. Orange has Cara, Veronica, Brad, Ace, and Flora. Ace has done it before. He was on the Inferno 2. So he's essentially leading his team. The blue team got theirs. They got loose quick. And started on the maze. The red team ended up finishing first, though. The time stopped for them. The orange team is still... Did I say the red team? Why did I say a blue team? I don't know where I'm coming from with that. But the orange team is still tangled, and I'm trying to read fast because my battery's about to die. But the orange team is still tangled, but we move on to the next teams. And as y'all know, I skimmed through the mission if it's nothing crazy. The green team versus the pink team. Rachel, Kefla, Leroy, Nicole, and Adam are on the green team versus Cam, Laurel, Ryan, Steve, and Derek. They're on the pink team. Laurel and Cam, they're pretty much running their team. The 2 alpha females are running the team, and the boys are just following their lead. Of course, we find out that the winning team is the pink team, which is Laurel and Cam's team. They're excited. Laurel is excited because she finally feels like she's stepping back into her winning Laurel mode. She's getting to feel like her old self again because she's won 2 missions now. And the red team, they got second place. They're the middle group. And they will have to nominate the 2 women from the losing group, because we find out now that it's a women's elimination day. So that means either Veronica, Rachel, Cara, Flora, or Nicole are up for elimination. Cara is feeling good because she knows outside of Averey, she's got history with everybody else in the middle group, so she thinks she could be saved. But back at home, Laurel and Cam, they're excited about winning, of course. Then we get Laurel and Nicole and their little positive era talking about the breakup, stating how Nicole was afraid of saying certain things. And Nicole says that she just doesn't know what to say. Sometimes yada, 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 yada. Don't care. But we get Brandon and Cara Maria. They're having a little conversation in the room, and he's asking her if she's worried about anything. She says her wrinkles. But Brandon and Cara, they are close per se. Like whenever they're around each other, they still kind of, it's like they didn't skip a beat. Like, you know, those certain friends that you have where you don't talk to them or see them that often, but whenever you get around each other, you kind of just fall back into it as if you never weren't really speaking. And that's kind of how they are. They haven't talked since Fresh Meat 2, or they haven't talked since for about 8 years, but Fresh Meat 2 was when they debuted on the challenge together. So they have that connection. But they head out for the night. Jasmine, this is the beginning of Jasmine's episode. Jasmine's enjoying herself because she finally gets to have a night where she don't have to worry about nothing because she's not in the bottom. So she's enjoying herself. She's dancing on Brandon because she's a single mom. Tina is now asking Jasmine who she's thinking about voting in. And Jasmine says, like, Veronica and Rachel flat out said it because they would never vote my way. And she's right. Like, hello, they don't owe me any loyalty and I don't owe them any. So why would I not say them? And those two are two strong names. And why not split them up? Tina shook about it. But Tina, like I said, don't know how to play the politics game. So she don't really know what to do. But Jasmine said that she understands that Tina is trying to protect her friends, but that's what she got to do in her game. And Tina says that she feels like Jasmine is being manipulated. And I'm like, no, Jasmine's doing what she wants to do. Yes, she's working with Cam, and essentially she's doing something that Cam would want. But Jasmine's playing her own game. Jasmine's not stupid. Jasmine knows that at the end of the day, she needs to break those two girls up. And Veronica and Rachel's a strong competitor, and Veronica, she's not strong physically, but mentally she's strong and she's smart. So that's, you break up the people that are threats to you in the game. But Jasmine said, by who? Who am I manipulated by? Jasmine was standing on business the whole episode, and I love it. But Veronica is seeing it, and she knows that Tina sucks at politics, and so she knows there's no way Tina's going to be able to get them out of it. But Jasmine's not budging, like I said. But we get to the next day. We got Cam, Jasmine, Laurel, and Averey in a room, and they're kind of strategizing on what to do in terms of the vote. And Jasmine asks if they go down there to go get their stars, like if Cam or Laura wants to go down there and get their stars. And Laura's like, I'm just waiting to see what type of game it's going to be. And Cam is saying, Rachel and Cara Maria are the two strong players that you have in that middle group. It's time to start making a move. It's time to make a big play. And she's right. Like, people saying, oh, it's too soon. No, it's not. This is all stars. Play the game. Play the game the way it's supposed to be played. But Averey says that she wants to go talk to Jasmine. Well, she wants Jasmine, Brandon, and Jay to all go talk together to figure out what to do. And they then go to have that little deliberation between those four without Tina. Not like, oh, my dog is over here. But they go and have that deliberation without Tina. Tina's the only one from the middle group that is not in this conversation. So they're going through it and whatever. And Averey said, Jasmine said, she's down to throw Rachel and Cara Maria in. And Averey's down to do it as well. Averey said that she will say Cara, but not Rachel. I'm like, oh, here you go, punking out. Like, just stand on it, because they would say your name. As much as they try to play that they wouldn't, they would say your name. And Jay's punk ass don't want to say Cara Maria. It's just like, at the end of the day, what are you, like, Cara she's not going to back you in the end. Like, yes, she might do what she needs to do to get to the end. And if you are voting her favor, great, but she gonna cut you when she get a chance to, because Cara's not stupid. But that's what Jay's saying. Brandon said he would say Cara and Rachel, and I'm like, exactly, like, it's that simple. And he said if he had the chance to, if she had the chance to come back, or he said that if he had the chance to come back to play the game again, he was gonna go for the strongest people first, even though they're cool. And I'm like, it's a game. That's what you do. You're there to play the game. You're there to win money. And he knows that Cara Maria is going to be mad, but he hopes she takes it as a compliment, because nobody wants to run the final against them. So it's true. But Ace is telling Rachel and Cara in the other room that he loves them and hopes that it's not them two going into the elimination. And Cara is pretty much saying, like, if we do, we'll give you a show. And we know that they will. That's two strong girls. But Cara then asks Jay and Brandon, because Ace kind of tips her off, saying, I think that your friends are probably going to throw you in there. And she's like, no, they're not. But she's like, I'm just going to go ask him now. So she gets up and goes and asks Jay and Brandon. And Jay sitting over like a punk, not saying too much. But he's saying, too, in his confessionals that he doesn't know why Brandon would want to throw Cara in, because they're each other's number ones. No, they're not. Like, Cara doesn't have anybody in the game, and Brandon essentially is attached to Leroy and Cam. And I would even dare to say Jasmine might be more of a number one for him than Cara Maria is. They don't even talk like that. So it's like, how are they each other's number ones? But Cara is catching the vibes that something's off, so she's already getting flustered at this point of possibly going in. So the team, the middle group, has their deliberation. They started off asking Tina, "What are you thinking?" She says she ain't going first. And Brandon ends up starting it off again. He votes for Rachel and Cara, simply put. Averey votes for Veronica and Cara because she's too scared to vote Rachel. Jay votes Rachel and Flora because he's too scared to vote Cara. And Jasmine and Tina are the last two to vote. Tina says she's going last. Jasmine said, "I see straight through your game. I see what you're doing." She said, "You playing the game the way that y'all used to play it back in the day. So I'm going to start playing it the way y'all used to play it back in the day." And she kind of shut Tina down too, because Tina couldn't do nothing. Because the votes were what they were. And Jasmine votes for Rachel and Cara. So at this point, Tina's vote does not even matter at this point, because those two are going in. So Tina says, "Fuck it, do what you got to do because it's already done." And she ends up voting Rachel and Cara. I'm not mad at her for doing that. Yes, she said Rachel's name, but guess what? Rachel took her star. So if anybody going to get mad at that, it should be Cara Maria, not Rachel. Rachel, you can't get mad at Tina for doing that because you took her star. So essentially, you took something of mine. So you go back in there and get it for me. But she knows that if she puts anybody else's name down, it would put a target on her back. And I'm like, that's a smart move, Tina. But she says it's still shitty that she had to do it to her friend. So the votes get revealed. Rachel and Cara, they're trying to take it on the head, act like they're not bothered by it. But Jasmine says, as she reveals it, it's not personal. Cara Maria says, "You better hope I don't come back." Jasmine says, "I better hope what? I'm not scared of you." Like, it is what it is. And I love Jasmine for that. People on Twitter talking about something, well, Jasmine needs to be scared because she's not going to be able to win. And just because I might go into elimination and very likely go home because I'm smaller than somebody who does CrossFit, what does that have to, like, do I have to still act like a punk because I'm scared that I'm going to go get my ass beaten in elimination? No. I'm going to still play the game the way I want to play it. And if you sit here trying to pump fear in my heart, I'm going to let you know you ain't doing shit. Like, that don't mean nothing to me. And then, too, Cara Maria is going to cry at the drop of the hat. Jasmine will only cry when she's pissed to the point where she can't hit you. Cara Maria can't fight with her when it comes to words. Like, if anybody going to be crying, it's going to be Cara Maria, as we later see. But and I like Cara Maria. I'm just keeping it real. I'm watching the show the way it is, and Cara Maria did not look great this episode. But she said everybody's coming for everybody. Like, I don't understand what your issue is. And she wishes that she could stick a bottle. I think she said a bottle, either a bottle or a pacifier in Cara Maria's mouth so she could shut the fuck up. But Cam said that Cara didn't have her back when she needed it. And now that somebody that Cara Maria thought was going to have her back didn't, now she's mad. I said, you can't be mad at Cam. And that's the thing, too. A lot of people on Twitter switching up on Cam. What did she say that was wrong? Cara Maria and her were close since War of the Worlds 2. They spent the whole season working together. And then they built a friendship that carried on outside of the house. So if Cam thought Cara was going to have her back in the situation and she didn't, what is wrong with Cam saying this now? Like, what is wrong with that? But we get Cara going back to the back. She's crying about how Brandon said her name and she would never say his name and it's fucked up. I don't believe that, but okay. But Ryan's sitting there giving her positive energy, positive reinforcements. Veronica and Rachel are asking asking Jasmine if Tina was forced to vote them in. And Jasmine said the vote was already locked. So she just did what she had to do at this point. Because, I mean, essentially, you was going in regardless. And Rachel says that Tina saying her name hurt her feelings regardless of what it was. And I'm like, but you took her star. So Rachel then goes to confront Tina about it, saying, like, you saying my name makes no sense. Tina says she's upset that she said her name, but I'm like, you snatched her star. Like, it's a tit for tat at this point. Like, what's the issue? But we finally get to the elimination. Rachel and Cara Maria come out. Cara says that she knows this is where I'm about to get into something. Cara says that she knows who her friends aren't. And she calls out Jasmine and Brandon. Jasmine says she made a move and did what I had to do. Get over it. Simply put. Like, simply put. And Brandon said, we ain't talked in 8 years. And I was glad he said that too. Because, like, I don't owe you no loyalty in a game. Cara then says that's a little aggressive. I'm not trying to be that person, but like you white. And you talking to two black people that was not even talking or doing anything aggressively. You're the one that's passive aggressive. You the one that kind of put out there to them that they're not good friends. So whenever they say something that you can't respond to, that's aggressive. Fuck out of here. And I'm glad Jasmine immediately like clockwork clocked it and said, you was just like, I'm being aggressive just like you were with me. And then she starts crying. Maria says, well, Jazzy. Jasmine cut her off again and said, well, how about you focus on what you got to do right now? Focus on that. I said, thank you. I know that's right. But Cara Maria says that she created a monster talking about Jasmine. And she said, ain't none of them taking her $250,000, whatever. Rachel, on the other end, says she's just trying to collect stars. And everybody starts laughing. I started laughing. I'm like, that's the way you do it. So she says you can't get mad at people that think that you're a threat. I'm like, exactly. Like at this point, take it as a compliment. And then Cara then finally agrees. But they play this star slice elimination. It's a game board behind them. It's a big game board with their pictures, and it's got racks of like throwing dart. It's like dagger stars. So they have to throw it and hit the opponent's picture 3 times. And if you hit your own picture's there too. So if you hit your own picture, that is a point to the other team. So you could be helping them out. So the first person to 3 wins. He then asked Cam and Laurel if they wanted to go down. Cam said it's 100% chance that one of these champs are going home. So she's staying where she's at, even though she's not scared to go down there. And we know she's not scared to go down there. Laurel says she's passing. So they both begin. At first, they're missing very terribly. And they start hitting tasks. They start hitting these tasks that they have to do. So Cara's got to throw it now one time on one foot. They're still not hitting shit. It's starting to look comical at this point because both of them are so strong but cannot hit a dart on a picture. But Cara then hits herself, which gives Rachel points. So now it's Rachel 1-0. Cara's back on one foot again and hits Rachel finally. Cara almost hits herself again. Rachel then hits Cara, so now it's 2-1 in Rachel's favor. Cara then hits this thing called 5 feet closer, where she can go 5 feet closer to the board. She swings closer and misses. So then Cara then swings again, and she finally hits Rachel, so now it's 2-2. Everybody essentially is rooting for Rachel because anytime Cara hits something, it's just dead silent. But Cara throws it and hits Rachel, and she wins. Tina's upset because she believes that Rachel essentially is upset that she's going home because essentially it's because of her, which not really. But she knows that Rachel will forgive her, and she hopes that she will forgive her. But she knows that she needs to start playing a more smart and strategic game to keep her friends there. And I'm like, no, you don't, Tina. Not essentially. But Brandon, he's not worried about Cara coming back hot because he already knows that she is going to come back hot and pissed. Cara ends up getting Rachel's star because she already has her own star. And she's like, do I have to keep it? And TJ's like, no. I don't think she said, does she have to keep it? TJ told her that she has to give the star away and that she has to give it to a woman. So Cara's contemplating between Laurel and Jasmine on who to give it to. She's like, should I give it to Laurel to kind of like give it as a peace offering? Or it's going to backfire on me. It could be another situation where Rachel, like her and Rachel, where 2 strong players are down here against each other, and Cara might not have an easy chance of still making it out. So then she starts talking to Jasmine, saying that, what did she say? She said, Jasmine, what did she say? Hold on, I'm trying to read it. She said if she gives it to Jasmine, and Jasmine ended up saying that you think I'm scared. Well, that's what she's saying this out loud. I finally realized what I was saying. She's saying this out loud. And she's saying, like, if I give it to Jasmine, essentially, if I give it to you, somebody can come snatch that shit from you because you're so little and you're not going to want an elimination. And Jasmine said, you think I'm scared? She said, never have I ever been and never will I ever be. I said, clock her, Jasmine. Jasmine was on her ass the whole single episode. She was killing Cara the whole time, and Cara could not say nothing back. But she said, do what you got to do. Like, if you want to give me the star, give me the star. It is what it is. And that's what Cara does. She goes up there and gives her the star. And Cam clocked it again. And she said Cara should have given it to a stronger competitor because nobody is looking at Jasmine. Nobody is looking at Veronica. She's not strategic. She's playing it emotionally. I'm like, exactly. And a lot of people got upset about that online. I tweeted it out too. I said, you just mad because Cam is literally clocking your favorite. And people switching up on Cam like Cam's doing something wrong. No, she's not. She's playing the game. Like, if somebody's not working in my favor, you gotta go. And essentially, that could still fall in the same category with Cara and Jasmine. But Jasmine is such an easy person to beat. She's not worth putting all this energy into. You want to run against her in the final. Like, that's somebody you want to run against in the final. Yes, she could be a vote against you, but Cara Marie is strong. If she got to go into every single elimination, she knows she can. She knows she can win. She's done it many seasons before. Jasmine is somebody that you want to keep in the game. Somebody that you want to get out is Laurel, Cam, Nicole. Them girls could kick your ass. Them girls could be the ones that could be a threat to you in the final. And Cara's not doing that. But Cara's talking about how she wants to come back in the house and set shit ablaze. And I'm sure that's what's going to happen. So it was a good episode. Another good one. Regardless of what I say, if you agree or disagree with my opinions, you can drop it down below. Just be respectful or you will get blocked. But that's all I got to say. I did it today. The episode dropped earlier. I did them notes earlier this morning. And I just came back from the gym. And now I'm going to get in the shower and I'm going to post this. But I'll see y'all next week. Peace.